Hi, this is JC Parets with Eagle Bay Capital, and today we're going to talk about China. Over the last few months, we've been really bearish emerging markets as a group, and now specifically, I think China is probably the next one to crash. As we're watching what's happening in Russia, Russia's hitting the lowest levels since 2009, and I think that China is next. The first chart here is the FXI. We're going to use FXI to represent China, which is 25 of the big publicly traded companies over there that international investors are allowed to trade. So companies like China Mobile and PetroChina and things like that. This is the FXI relative to the S&P 500, and you can see this thing literally crashing, hitting the lowest levels in over 8 years. So we know on a relative basis, China has already been crashing and continues to make new lows. So we want to look at FXI on its own right. Here is a weekly chart where we could see a massive topping pattern. This 31.5 level is big time support. It's held for the last couple of years. But the more times that a level is tested, the higher the likelihood that it breaks. And it looks like this one, now the fourth test, is probably going to be that break. It may hold temporarily. We might see a little bit of a bounce, but I think that's only going to be temporary, and lower lows are definitely coming. And folks, that's what we call a crash. The last chart we can see, this is a daily candlestick chart. Look at the failed breakout in November. From failed moves come really, really fast moves in the opposite direction. That's what we're seeing here. Look at that island reversal at the end of November, early December, and look what's transpired since then. Look at the beautiful uptrend line broken, and it continues to make new lows. We're now hitting the lowest levels in several months. I think that 31.5 level is coming very, very soon, and sure, we might get a temporary bounce, but I think eventually it breaks. Stay away from China. I would continue to be selling any and all strength in FXI. This is JC Parets with Eagle Bay Capital. Make sure to follow me on StockTwits and Twitter at All-Star Charts. You can read the blog on a daily basis at www.allstarcharts.com, and make sure to follow us on Tumblr at allstarcharts.tumblr.com.